Zherka.
One ovary at a time.
Focus. Okay, cool.
I can only fertilize one at a time.
Why do you keep calling? Okay.
Go ahead.
So earlier when you were on my stream, you said that you would marry your daughter.
Whoa.
So do you think if you
What?
married your daughter and like had sex with her, that would stop her female inclination of trying to be like toxic towards other women? Do you think that successfully marrying your daughter will do that? Because you said
So
you
you just
wanted to
want to
do
let us
that.
all know he said he'll marry his daughter.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
he said that. He said that he would marry and fuck his daughter at 18. So I'm just curious.
I also read a tweet from him that said he believed that 16-year-old women, even though I said there's no such thing as a 16-year-old woman,
Absolutely
are
not.
ideal for marriage.
True.
So
No, but I want to know about your daughter though. Like, do you think that will help her be less toxic if you fucked her and married her, like you want to do?
Are you taking this comment?
Yeah.
Did you say that?
He literally, I can send it
She's
to you.
nailing it right now.
She's taking out of context.
No, not out of context. I swear this is word
That's the
for
context.
Let
word.
it cook, man.
All right.
and he recommended to us that we marry our sons.
Yes,
I just said in a hypothetical, okay? It's like
It wasn't a hypothetical.
You said you would.
It's a listen.
Okay.
I just said
Yeah,
I
his
wouldn't-
clearance is on your ass.
check this out. All right.
I just want to know.
All right.
There you
hold
go.
on.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Don't cancel me till I hit 1 million subs, then fuck me up. But yo, check this out. What I said was, since men do all the work in a relationship, if I had a kid with you, God forbid, but if I had a kid with you, it would be 50% of my DNA, 50% of like the Puerto Rican, I guess. But now, if it's my blood-related daughter, that's 75% my kid. You know, I put in more work. So my goal is to marry my firstborn. But this is just a dream I had.
Yeah.
And in the dream, it made sense. Did it not make sense in the dream?
But I just want to know, you dodged the question again. Do you think marrying your daughter will be better for her health? Like she'll be less toxic?
No,
if
I
you
wouldn't
married
marry
her?
my daughter.
You said you would earlier.
No,
though.
I wouldn't.
I have it on the VOD. Don't lie.
Are you about incest?
Roll the
Listen.
clip. Roll the clip. It
Yeah.
was a hypothetical.
No.
I was exploring Sigmund Freud. You know.
You know the man. He will say the most easiest things. The way he said it will confuse many people's mind. So basically, he was talking about a dream, a hypothetical situation, and it does make sense. Logically, having a child with your own daughter will be 75% of your DNA. He even made Myron think about it. But he won't do it. Or maybe he will.
No, what we were talking about is like people who have like daughters, sons, and then you literally said, oh, well, if I'm going to marry someone, it would be my daughter.
No, this one's a joke, but the 16-year-old one is true.
But okay.
Sorry.
Check this out. There's studies.
Oh my God. Wait. Let him cook.
No one's getting banned. I got you guys.
Wow.
Don't worry. I'm half Jewish. All right. The 16-year-old girl, right? All I did was read studies. And their studies are talking about in a theocratic society, a 16-year-old girl would marry a 16-year-old boy.
Right.
And I was like, what is the benefit of this pedophilia? This is gross. Totally gross, right? It's not like they do it in other countries. So anyways, the benefit apparently, I just read studies. You know, it's like reading black people studies for crime, you know? Don't do that, right? They'll hate you for it. Right? I love black people, can't get enough of them. But if you read studies, people think I hate them. So and Albanians, we're crazy.
Focus on the question.
So now look at this. I just read at 16, a lot of researchers have said the bones are more elastic, the hormone profile is higher for an easier birth, and you get more time with the kid instead of hitting the wall and getting old and can't take care of the kid. So the studies are talking about thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years of civilizations. And, you know, I know we're doing the gay progressive, like last 40 years, whatever, but I just read studies and I said, you know what? Is there an argument against this? And nobody could argue it.
That's so funny.
Well, what's the argument?
The argument is that when you actually look at the statistics, as people make fun of me, most people who have birth at 16 are much more likely to die than if you had birth at 20. So
I think the problem the 16-year-old marriage will solve is the culture of having kids in the late 30s, which is very hard. And they will focus having a child in early 20s, which is very healthy for the couple.
I'm just saying, like, that's...
You know what's weird? You know what's weird? All of these people freaked out when I said a 16-year-old boy marries a 16-year-old
You didn't say
girl.
that. You said 16-year-old women.
Watch the clip. This
You
bitch is
said
a retard.
No. It was your tweet.
16-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl is what I said.
You said 16-year-old women were ready for
You
marriage.
said you fuck Lizzo. Shut the fuck up, you liar. I said a 16-year-old boy.
So Zherka, would you marry a
let me finish.
16-year-old?
Let me finish. Like, let's not pretend I'm not the star of the show.
Yeah, you are the star. Would you marry a 16-year-old if you could?
Catch you up. So I said in this study that I read, it made sense. And you know what's so funny?
Zherka, would you marry a 16-year-old?
all you women who are
Stop dodging the question. Would you marry a 16-year-old if you could?
You don't
I
know. Don't look at me like that.
No, I don't like. I like 18. But now, check this out.
Finally.
I read this study, and you know what's so funny? All the girls who try to cancel me for it, all of you girls in this room are freaking out that a 16-year-old would be having sex with their married partner. All you whores had sex at 16.
Gross.
That's the fucking funny part of that tweet. It was bait. Yo, we're pretending. Who lost their virginity like me? Pure heart. I lost it at 20. None of you. You guys are fucking in rollerblades like disgusting animals, and you're acting like me reading a study. You guys are the pedophiles, not me.
Answer the question.
Raise your hand here if you lost your virginity at 16, 17. Let's go liars. Look at these liars, bro.
No one's gonna.
15.
Wait, I
15, there you go. There's one.
was 13, but
You know,
we're in a
it's
relationship
when's your
for 2
career?
years.
Okay.
Huh?